Good morning to you. 5:29 on this Wednesday morning. I'm Brian Sanders in for Chris Willis.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sally Hernandez. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you. Yeah, my world's turned upside down right now. Day is night, up is down. Yeah, gift card's always the default option.
Go-to gift.
That's right, the go-to gift. Sean standing by with a check of the weather. How's it looking, Sean?
For one Michigan couple.
It kept them from reaching the hospital on time, so they took matters into their own hands, literally. Their son was born on the side of the road.
Since many complain about vomit in their cars, their cabs. Yeah.
Hey, did you know this? It's now illegal to buy pets from retail stores.
26 years old.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Even has his own movie, and it's up for awards, so he can do no wrong right now.
We don't think about this anymore, but as one of the characters in our film says, you could walk down the street in the late 70s and say, would you like a personal computer? And people would look at you like you were from another planet.
Right.
And we just don't remember that time.
Here you go.
Yeah. Exactly.
As people get up and going, but still those clouds overhead. Rhonda's here now to tell us how long those clouds are going to stick around.
Yes, a while.
A while. And there you have it.
And we're done.
Moving on.
All right. Exactly.
What constitutes an official hug? Is it two hands? Can you do the one hand? Can you do the, you know?
I liked how he gave everyone the pat.
After the pat, okay, that's one.
Right, and is there like an official person just like marking it all?
Walking along with the stoic face.
Right.
Exactly. Governor Rick Perry says he's going to scale back his inauguration this year. No parade, no black tie. It's all because lawmakers face a projected budget shortfall of at least $20 billion. An inaugural committee spokeswoman said planners are putting together a very responsible way to celebrate that's mindful of expenses. Perry and Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst will take the oath of office January 18th. Starting Monday, Texans will be able to buy tickets to the afternoon festivities that will include an $8 plate of barbecue. Third time. Been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Walking over to our production trailer right now. Be sure to go to myaustintv.com and take a look at the full schedule and find out when it's coming to a stadium near you. But our trailer is completely outfitted with all kinds of equipment that will bring the game live into your living room each week. And I have no idea how this equipment works. Well, good morning to you. We're standing in front of one of the many local backdrops used by NBC's Friday Night Lights, which has made the Austin area its home for the last 4 years and counting. If you follow the show, you know at the end of season 3, the story took quite a turn with head coach Eric Taylor, played by Kyle Chandler, being forced out of Dillon High School and reassigned to a much different situation with the football team at East Dillon. Joining me now is one of the new cast members from season 4, which debuts tonight on KXAN, Ernest James, who plays Calvin Brown. Incredible story here. A 72-year-old South Carolina woman spent 12 hours in jail earlier this week, all because she was late for her hair appointment. At least that's what she told police when they pulled her over for going more than 100 miles an hour. And it was all caught on tape. It looks a little bit crazy right now, but Jamie, give us an idea of the concept of Strawlution. Moving forward, booster clubs, which rely on parents and supporters to raise money, will be vital to their team's success. And stadiums could soon get a marketing makeover with advertising opportunities on things like the scoreboard or even sponsorships on the field. Fire is also taking out power lines in its path, leaving people in the dark. Natalie is here now, and boy, the wind and the heat's been a bad combination.
It sure has. We've had very dry conditions.
A fatal car crash in East Austin this morning is part of a dramatic jump in the number of traffic-related deaths around town this week. 4 people have died. Teams can retire to their corners now that Big 12 Media Days are over. Cowboys Stadium will host the conference championship game once again, but this season carries with it an overriding sense of change as the league enters its final year with the current 12 teams and Texas tries to forge ahead in a new era. Some young people with big ideas competed today in front of judges from the business world. 5 teams of high schoolers from Austin presented their ideas for new business at the Young Entrepreneur Program on the UT campus today. The teens focused on internet-related opportunities, things like new customized social networking tools. They learned a lot and say they're not done yet.
We get to think of like a business plan.
And we definitely want to press it forward.
The winners at today's event get to take their ideas to an international competition in North Carolina. Pretty cool. And more on South by. Any movie buff knows the Alamo Drafthouse is one of the coolest and most unique places in the world to catch a flick. So it just makes sense that Alamo and South by Southwest are teaming up for the 3rd year in a row. And again, just one of the many festivities that we have going on. And hopefully the weather will be fan-friendly.
It will. I had no idea this was the first time. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. We've had festivals for everything in the world except
I know. You can always have one more.
You know what? Just add one more to
That's
the
right. National parks and federal museums stayed open today after a last-minute budget deal in Washington Friday night that avoided a government shutdown. The future kind are really cool.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they had clear skies today, but sounds like that might be changing overnight.
Again, same sort of pattern.
A local group trying to keep those intrusive scanners out of Austin's airport. Texans for Accountable Government is leading the charge to get the Austin City Council to take a stand against the TSA. Today, they took their message right to travelers at ABIA. KXAN's Jackie Ingles. The email controversy plaguing Austin City Council members has now spilled over to Capital Metro. KXAN is one of 3 media outlets, along with the Travis County attorney, that has requested copies of emails sent back and forth between Capital Metro board members. The agency has hired an outside attorney to help them determine if those emails should be released. President Obama says continued leak of oil into the Gulf of Mexico is as enraging as it is heartbreaking. That statement released late Saturday night after BP abandoned the Top Kill effort when engineers determined it was not stopping the flow of oil. The new bats look and feel much like the old ones, but in order to limit the exit speed of the ball, the bat is now made with a thicker wall and a sweet spot on the barrel that's reduced from 22 inches to no more than 5. 15 miles from the hustle and bustle of downtown, the once calm, quiet community of Elroy is now home to heavy machinery and a massive overhaul that will turn 1,000 acres into an international destination. Compare that size to the 40 acres of UT and you get the footprint for the Circuit of the Americas, a state-of-the-art superstructure that will host 3 major racing events so far. Formula One, as the headliner, has signed on for 10 years starting next June, leaving roughly 11 months to finish the job. MotoGP and V8 supercars then arrive in 2013. Whoa! The course itself is 3.4 miles long and feels like a Golf Tour 18. Designers took popular segments from other F1 tracks in Britain, Germany, Turkey, and Brazil to create a best of the best circuit, but it's the natural rolling hills that will make it a one-of-a-kind. We're standing at the top of Turn 1, which is the highest point and signature feature of the F1 Austin track. Drivers will have a very unique uphill climb down the front straightaway, which caps off an unprecedented 133-foot elevation change into a tight corner that will shoot them off into the rest of the course. This diagram profiling the course shows the height of Turn 1 compared to its lowest point between turns 19 and 20. Back on site, each of the 20 turns is currently marked by a numbered flag, mapping the route. Contractors have had to carve out the earth using GPS satellites to make the precision cuts and then piece it together like a puzzle. We were the first outsiders allowed inside the construction zone and had a chance to take the track for a spin, albeit a rough ride on a dirt road, but enough to get the adrenaline pumping with imagination. It's one of only 4 circuits worldwide that will run counterclockwise, and drivers will hit max speed down the back stretch. But you don't have to be behind the wheel to get a good seat. These renderings are of the finished product, and spectators will be scattered around the outside with grandstands, RV parks, bleachers, and berms to accommodate 120,000 plus on race day, forever shifting the landscape of Austin sports. Brian Sanders, KXAN News.